Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello, thank you for watching my videos. It's Mike. It's March 12th, 2009. Here's some of the things I've been looking at. Well, you're not going to believe this, but I've actually had a death threat. Oh well, never mind. Fortunately, it's someone in Australia, and I seriously doubt he's going to fork over the dough for a plane ticket here so he can stab me in the gut. Never mind. And I'm being promoted occasionally on YouTube, which means that occasionally I am now being told that I am gay, and my video is gay, laugh out loud, roll on the floor, gay video. Do I care? No. It's hilarious. Okay. Something serious then. I haven't found any funny... Actually, I did. I found a funny... someone sent me a funny story, and I will link that. Basically, it's a Canadian who is a documentary maker, and he has a false eye. And so what they're doing is creating a camera that will fit into his eye socket. So he can, it's wireless, and it'll wirelessly transmit to a recorder. So we can walk around and tape people unknowingly, as it were. Which should be interesting at any rate. Okay, so serious news now. CV1122 posted a video that people in the States should pay attention to. I've linked it over here. The video is titled Demand Transparency. It's with reference to H.R. 1207, which is a bill that's been introduced by Ron Paul, basically trying to get someone to do an audit of the Federal Reserve. For instance, find out how much money they've actually got, find out what they've been doing, find out how much gold is sitting in Fort Knox, etc., etc., etc. I think it'll probably die in committee, but if enough people actually start calling the congressman involved and say, come on, we gotta find out what's happening, it might pass. So, have a look at her video, and I've included a link to the text of H.R. 1207. H.R. 875, which I mentioned last week, which is the food safety bill. Someone sent me a link which I will include here because it's quite useful. The status of the bill and who's behind it. Basically, you can go in, look at the bill, look at all the co-sponsors of the bill, find out what they've been doing, find out who they are, where they are, etc., so that you can contact them and try to get the bill amended in some way so it's not quite so loose language-wise. So I've included that link, and it's actually quite an interesting little site they've got there. Okay, now, secret state police report. Okay, this is on InfoWars, but apparently a newsletter for police officers has been forwarded on to the Alex Jones organization, and it's quite interesting. Basically, it states that people that are free thinkers should be classified as terrorists. Okay, now yeah, strongly armed militias, etc., who are hell-bent on causing mayhem, I can understand why they would be considered terrorists, even though technically they're not. However, in the fuzzy language that we currently live within, the terrorist can cover all kinds of things. I suspect I am considered a terrorist in many places, although I do not advocate violence in any way. So they probably have no category for me. I'm just some wacky loony kind of guy that likes to gas on YouTube. Oh, by the way, we're working, someone is working on creating a website where I'll be able to store all this stuff, all the videos will be easily searchable, etc., and a lot of the linked articles will actually be included, because I can't really include them here. So, but we're working on that, so I have no idea when that's going to happen. Okay, so I've linked to the report on InfoWars, and there's some scans of the newsletter that was sent out to police officers. So in case you're wondering about that, you can take a look. Of course, Alex Jones, he's been really bumping up and promoting this thing called, his new video set called The Obama Deception. I've included a link to a playlist. It's actually been pre-released. Officially, it's going to be released on the 15th of March. But to hype everything up, he's released some of the videos early onto YouTube. Apparently they will be available on Prison Planet TV, and you can download high-quality versions, and I'm sure there'll be torrents everywhere, and people will be up in arms. And of course, the Alex Jones videos, and the Zeitgeist movie, in fact, is considered terrorist material. So I'm sorry if you watched it. You perhaps are now classified as a terrorist. Never mind. Right, news over here in England. Bank of England's launch of quantitative easing, a qualified success. Okay, if you look at the newspapers over here, they're basically saying that what they did yesterday with the Bank of England buying back gilts from investors was a qualified success. Except the only people that actually offered up these gilts to the Bank of England were the banks. I've included another article. Bank of England's first move to print money finds no takers. No one's quite sure how this is going to work, and people, lots of institutions out there hold gilts, hold the Bank of England, the UK gilts, bonds basically. They're not giving them up. Pension funds, insurance companies, they're not giving them back. They didn't sell them. It was only the banks that sold them. Now, of course, you have to think, okay, insurance companies, well, their whole thing is about risk and understanding risk. Perhaps they understand very well how risky what the Bank of England is doing. Now, Robert Peston, also, yesterday's article on the BBC said, they're going to print money, and at the end of it, they basically said, Robert Peston says the Treasury was happy, it was successful. But if you look at his blog, he's saying it's not that successful. So I think they're positioning to get rid of Robert Peston and replace him with Stephanie What's-Her-Face, who is an out-and-out Keynesian economist. But anyway, never mind. Flash mob protest outside RBS causes smiles and confusion. Okay, there was a flash mob, went down to RBS to protest, particularly about the money they're getting, but also about the pensions. Roughly 100 people went down. That's a pretty good showing. But of course the newspapers over here are saying that it wasn't very much, it was just a couple of people, no big deal. Don't look here, look over there. Look at this flashy, shiny thing. Never mind. House prices could fall by a further 55%. This is in England. An investment company has come out with a report basically saying they don't see a bottom to this yet. Now their official figures are that house prices have dropped 20%, but depends on where you live. Around here, house prices have gone down about 35%, which is never a good thing. And finally, a couple of little things. Central banks buy a record 1.1 million ounces of gold. Why are the central banks buying gold? One must wonder. A very interesting little article there. And last but not least, the shooting in Alabama. Okay, now it was tragic and everything, and the local sheriff, was totally swamped, and there was press everywhere, and things were going crazy. Who did he call? He called up the local army base and said, okay, we need some help here. So I've got links to 2 pictures. Now, they're back up. I'm sorry, the links I had on yesterday's video was corrupted for some reason, but it's here now. Got 2 pictures. U.S. Army soldiers from Fort Rucker patrol downtown area of Samson, Alabama. And U.S. Army soldiers from Fort Rucker guard a home. They're getting you ready for this idea that, oh yeah, it's no big deal. Army soldiers. They're not really the army. Look, they've got police flash things on them. They're not the army. They're just police. Think, people. Okay, folks. Everyone have a good day. I have to rush. I've got a meeting this morning, so I've got to get out of here. Everyone have a good day. Peace, love, understanding. Think about things. Learn how the world works. I'll speak to you later. Bye.